Laverne Cox,
Hassan Piker,
Alana Glazer.
I promise you're going to have a good time. Now on the Vox Media Podcast Network, this is The Downside.
All right, welcome back to a little section we like to call people who say they're gamers that aren't really gamers talking about games.
Nice.
Just to get it out of the way.
Okay. Gamers can't.
I disagree. I think David and I play quite a few games, but
That
according to the comments, we have no idea what we're talking about.
Too.
I'll own it up. I'll own up to it right now. I play games once or twice a month. Not a huge gamer.
It's not bad.
So you guys should tell me about the Steam machine, because all I really know, I've seen some videos and I've heard a lot of people saying, wow, you should do a video of the Steam machine. I haven't because I'm not super interested, but also I know what Steam is, and so I imagine that a Steam machine is a very specific thing. But you tell me.
It runs on Steam.
It runs Steam.
This is like round.
Oh, runs on Steam is crazy.
It's like round 3 of them trying to release this.
Is it basically just Valve decided to make some hardware because they
It
make
went
the
all
Steam
around
store
and
already, and
stuff
they're
like
like,
that.
oh, well, we
Yeah.
should sell a gaming PC.
There's so many things to this.
The reason for it, I think, makes perfect sense.
Tell me about
Steam is generally a PC gaming marketplace, right? It's usually PC games. Steam Deck changed that a bit, let handheld gaming come onto the Steam marketplace. But really, the hard thing people have wanted for so long is, I have this massive Steam library. Benefit of consoles is it just plugs into my living room TV. I get to sit on the couch and use a controller.
Totally.
It has a lot of, it's like very cohesive with all of that. People like consoles because of that, but console wars means we have a lot of exclusivity. We have a lot of different things in that sense.
Xbox only titles.
Yeah, you're
PlayStation.
really locked in. Like Steam is on your computer. You own your computer. You're not like renting. Steam is what people like for
Okay,
games
I can
because
see where this is going.
yes.
Also, for the last 15 years, there's Steam sales in the fall, there's Steam sales in the summer, there's Steam sales in the spring. The amount of Steam games I own that I have never once launched, Valve knows how to make you buy things that you will never use.
I bet most Steam users have 50% of their library they haven't opened yet.
Yes, because there's bundles. Everything's like you can buy
gift
GTA for
games, yeah.
$4. Like it's so cheap that they're like, why wouldn't I do it? You know what I mean?
So there
It's
are people sitting out there with huge Steam libraries, but maybe a little bit of a void in the living room where they could be playing it like a console.
And everybody for years has found ways or tried to, but it's pretty hard to like build a computer that sits next to their TV. But we're talking small form factor. We're talking
Micro ATX.
but we're talking noise, compatibility issues. So like Steam went out to release something that is essentially the console that runs Steam.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right? Makes perfect sense. People
Yes.
want that. There are so many things on the Steam library that still run great on a controller. You don't have to play everything keyboard and mouse. There's lots of, especially indie games. There's so many indie games on Steam that are really fun to play on a TV and relaxing.
Yeah.
So they set out to launch this little box. I mean, I don't know the exact dimensions, but it looks not that dissimilar from like an Xbox Series X, but a square instead of a tall
GameCube.
rectangle.
The original GameCube
Yeah.
size seems similar.
This feels very GameCube-y.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm proud of myself for knowing the size of the original GameCube.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's all pretty much PC parts,
Yeah.
but it's all run and compatibility-wise really great. I believe it's like HDMI CEC, which lets turning the controller on to turn the Steam can also turn your TV on. It lets all of those controls happen. Things that are kind of tough to do when you're building a PC yourself.
Yeah.
Everyone's hoping for this thing when it gets talked about to be released at around $500 to $700. I think $800 is really like, and so
7 was like the general consensus. I think Linus said that he would eat an entire cake on the WAN show if it was over $700.
the Portal cake.
For the Portal cake. But he said this months ago.
Yes.
Before OpenAI destroyed everything.
Certain prices have gone up since then.
They have. And so we just got the release date and the release prices.
And what is that?
So the release date is June 29th, which will be Monday.
Okay.
The starting price is $1,049 for the 512 gigabyte model. That does not include a controller.
Wow.
Yeah.
$1128 for the bundle with the controller at 512. Then it can go as high as a 2 terabyte model for $1428. That's the bundle with the controller.
Yeah. Wow.
So $1,400, a little over $1,400.
But
for
basically
the 2 terabyte.
starting at $1,100 with a controller.
Yes.
Wow. Yeah.
You get 2 PS5s.
She pricey.
No, PS5 is now $700.
Yeah,
I thought it was $650.
I think
don't know.
I think original PS5 is $650 and
They've raised the
PS5
price
Pro is like
twice.
$900 now with the price increases.
Yeah.
Some of the issues with this, I mean, I'll go over some of the things it comes with, but the 2 terabyte model also comes with 2 swappable faceplates. Remember, this has a magnetic faceplate that lets you do a bunch of cool customization. It has some cool LED bar on there. It's a well thought out machine in terms of compatibility. It's got all these separate antennas, so like when your Bluetooth controller is connected to it, but maybe you're downloading something off the Wi-Fi, it's a separate Wi-Fi antenna, so like you're not getting all this interference with that. There's a lot of stuff they put into this that's really impressive. The issue is this price, because if you think about it, even with the price increases, it's running fairly similar performance-wise to a PS5, which is a 6-year-old console that is $650.
6 years? That's 6 years old?
Right, 2000s.
Can't be that old. Did it really?
It came out around COVID, right?
Yeah. Am I old?
Yeah, that's
I believe so.
5 years old.
It's going to turn 6 in a couple months.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
So performance-wise, isn't that far off from a PS5. Some games were even saying worse than a PS5. But even a PS5 Pro is $900. So still $200 less than this. Comes with a controller also. And the like price to performance ratio is turning into a stick, pretty much. And one thing that people were thinking was, and us included, how much of this will be subsidized because Steam also owns the marketplace, therefore X amount of money from all the Steam games that gets purchased. And they had straight up a response to why they are not subsidizing this console. I'll read it super quick, but while this might seem like an easy solution, it doesn't align with our beliefs of how healthy ecosystems are built. If there's anything we're religious about at Valve, it's our belief that open systems are better in the long run for ourselves and customers. The openness of the PC ecosystem in particular has enabled it to be the primary driver of hardware and software innovation, because anyone with an idea for a way to do something better was always able to take a shot at it. When companies sell their hardware under costs for competitive advantage or buy exclusive content for it, they're doing that to build a more closed system, one where you don't get to choose what software you use. We don't want we don't want that for PC hardware. We don't think you should want it either. We feel like you should have to buy Valve hardware. You should be able to view it as...
Shouldn't have to buy Valve.
You should be able to view it as just one option alongside all the devices playing games and select the one that makes sense for you. This means you get to decide which device fits your personal trade-offs. Things like price, performance, form factor, peripheral support, and everything else you care about. That's the strength of our PC platform. Subsidized hardware runs counter to that.
Okay, so I think, so they're a competitor in the market of... I don't know if this is the most price-sensitive market, but when you ask people about PCs, like 90% of the people who are like, I could just build a PC that gets more performance for less money. That's the whole idea of building a PC. So I can immediately see people going, oh, I could build a PC just like this or cheaper, and it would be a better buy than buying the Steam thing. Is there anything that you literally can't get from building your own PC?
I don't think you can get a motherboard with that HDMI thing that can turn on the TV.
It's almost impossible to say there's no way to get it, because building a PC is like infinitely customizable. To build this piece of software running what it's running in the form factor with the compatibility of everything with all the different...
You mean hardware?
Sorry.
To build this piece of hardware.
If you build it, it's very hard. There's lots of people comparing it to this and that, but like maybe it's a little bigger, maybe it's not as compatible with your TV and systems. Like they definitely made the efficiency of this whole thing pretty impressive.
This is like this Surface laptop, because there are lots of laptops you can buy, and they're not necessarily like the Surface laptop is a premium option, and it is maybe to serve as like a Halo product even, so that others will build premium options like it, but it will never be the best bang for the buck.
Can I give you my equivalent?
Sure.
This is a MacBook before the M chip came out, because it was a premium hardware that had features that only the Mac could have, because it could work with other stuff. It had an OS that was like sort of custom built for it and like, runs things on it. It was more expensive than things at its performance ratio, but because you could only get certain things for it, it worked better with certain things. It did things that other computers couldn't do. People still bought it.
Yeah. Okay.
That's my analogy.
I like it, except for that like Apple is known for being like pretty closed system stuff, and this is trying to stay open. But I do know what you're saying. It's like you're paying a premium here for like how intuitive it is to be able to play Steam machines on your couch.
It just works kind of thing. Whereas
sure.
Valve says that the worst part about PC gaming is Windows, right? And so like they want to but all the games are written for Windows. And they thought that they would be able, like they made Steam machines in 2015, And when they did that, they didn't themselves really make a bunch of Steam machines. They went to partners like Asus and Acer and like all these other companies, and they were like, we're building this Steam OS. You should build these Steam machines that are better, that can like run Steam on your TV, etc. But what they didn't, they expected that all these companies would want to like run Linux and like run Steam OS and do this kind of stuff. These companies, they couldn't really force to do that.
Okay.
And so they made this layer called Proton, which is it's a translation layer similar to Rosetta 2 that will translate Windows games to Linux to allow you to run pretty much every Windows game.
Gotcha.
So on the Steam machine, you're using Proton. You can run all the Windows games, but it's not actually running Linux. It's running like Wine underneath, which is like a Linux distribution. So yeah, I don't know. I feel that the price to performance ratio is like you're paying the premium for something that just makes the experience so much more seamless, and it's also a computer. It's also a Linux computer, which you can do work on it too. You don't only have to.
You can put
games.
Windows on it if you.
Yeah, you can put Windows on it.
Yeah.
It's this weird thing where like, if you haven't been on the Valve subreddit in the last couple days, it is. It
That
is
sounds like an
the
exciting
Wild
place to
West.
be.
It's wild. It is like you